Good Thursday morning, fellow seekers. From our Circle of Life file comes this story about a 59-year-old Philadelphia man who's pleaded guilty to election fraud in connection with a 2017 special election, replacing a lawmaker who'd pleaded guilty to a federal felony charge. Thurman George, a machine worker in the 197th House District, was sentenced to 5 years probation and disqualified from voting for 4 years, Attorney General Josh Shapiro's office said. He's the third Philly poll worker to plead guilty to fraud in the contest to replace former Democratic state rep Leslie Acosta. George pleaded guilty to fraud by election officers, a third-degree felony, and was sentenced before Common Pleas Judge Scott DeClaudio, Shapiro's office said in a statement. "My job is to uphold Pennsylvania law to ensure free and fair elections," Shapiro said. "We are drawing a clear line, during a time when the integrity of our country's elections are being questioned. The sanctity of one person, one vote must and will." He upheld here in Pennsylvania. Shapiro announced charges last fall. He detailed voters' experience at polling station 43-7, where George and 3 other workers charged in the case were working. Voters there detailed harassment and intimidation against voters who wanted to vote for candidates of their choice, but not the candidate being pushed by the city's Democratic Party machine, Shapiro's office said in a statement. The case against a 4th poll worker is still in progress, Shapiro's office said. Ahead of next week's primary, Shapiro said his office has published both a voters' rights guide and a separate manual for poll workers to help them better understand election law. These guides are designed to help voters understand their rights and what they can and can't do at the polls, Shapiro said. The guides also outline what election workers and poll watchers can and can't do, so voters can properly report any illegal activity they see on Election Day. "When the people running our elections fail to follow law, it undermines citizens' faith in our democracy." The voters' rights guides are available for download on the Office of Attorney General's website in English and Spanish at www.attorneygeneral.gov/voting, Shapiro's office said. The rest of the day's news starts now. City has gotten its hands on a leaked memo that it says exposes a deep schism in the Pennsylvania Republican Party. In case you missed it, Gov. Tom Wolf says he'll veto a new, heartbeat, abortion ban bill making the rounds of the state house. The Yankee sat down for Q. Spending by the 3 GOP Gov candidates has topped $20 million ahead of next week's primary, the Associated Press reports, via Penn Live. Former Gov. Tom Ridge says he's bouncing back from a heart attack last year, Penn Live's Jan Murphy reports. Penn Live's Christine Vendel has everything you need to know, and why you should care, about next week's Democratic and Republican primaries for LG. Criminal justice advocates are warning that jails are becoming debtors' prisons for people who owe court fees, the Morning Call reports. The Incline has its procrastinator's guide to the 2018 primary. Here's a scenic, and kinda dramatic. A mid-state school board member has resigned in protest over a sex toy scandal, WITF-FM reports. The abuse of an opioid alternative known as gabapentin is now on the rise, Stateline.org reports. Politico looks at why Democrats should probably prepare for another term in the minority in the U.S. Senate. These are the 10 most vulnerable U.S. House incumbents, according to Roll Call. And why, yes, U.S. Rep. Keith Rothfuss, our paw, they're looking at you. Wolf Watch. Governor Tom Wolf has no public schedule today. What goes on? Nakedly Political edition. State Rep. Donna Oberlander holds at 5 p.m. Reception at the Duquesne Club in Pittsburgh. Admission runs a flat $1,000 a head. You say it's your birthday, department. Best wishes go out this morning to U.S. Rep. Mike Kelly, R3 Road District, who celebrates today. Heavy rotation. Here's one from Chairlift to get your Thursday started. Thursday's gratuitous baseball link. Baltimore figured out how to win on Wednesday, slipping past KC 5-3. And now you're up to date.